So I ended up finding an EF hatch. And dude, cluster of like this is what like opened my eyes to like making sure you're checking the title, clearing it with the DOL, everything. So I go, I find this hatch. I think it was on Craigslist. I find it, and it was some Hispanic guys selling it, and it was like their orchard car. Like they take it to the job site.
So it was stock.
Yeah, it was like 3 different shades of black. It was cut on springs, had steelies.
Springs?
Yeah, like the springs were cut. It was just horrible.
Okay.
And this thing was clapped. Yeah. And I don't know, I was like, I think it was $1,000 or something like that.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm like, I'm young, I got, whatever. I was like, it was cool to me at the time.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting it from the guys, and I didn't like think about it, but I got it, and I go to title it, and they're like, this isn't the original owner. And then I'm like, well, I don't know what I do. Like, I just bought the car. And they're like, well, you have to go take this to the original owner and then have him sign it. And so I tracked down the original owner based on the title I'd got, and another Hispanic dude, and then he signs it, and I go back, and then they're like, oh, we can't transfer it because it's got a lien on it of back child support.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. And so then I tell
How much?
I think it was like $10,000.
Holy.
Yeah.
An 11 grand Civic, dude.
Yeah. So, dude, it gets better. So I go with I tell the dude, I'm like, hey, man, I need this title cleared so I can put in my name. And so we go to the welfare office. I go with him.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we can't clear it unless you pay this off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what, am I just screwed? And he's like, well, I'll sell you he had an EG hatch, but it was like hammered and like horse. It was better, but he wanted more money that I didn't have, and then it was also like a bigger project. Didn't always start. No power steering. Bunch of like it was just gross. And so I was like, no, let's try and figure this out. And so I waited a couple days, and the guy was like, I can't pay that off. So
yeah, it's 10 G's.
Kind of screwed. Yeah. And I was like, well, okay, then just buy it back from me. Okay. And he's like, no, I think I'm just going to report it stolen. And then, so that way, if you get caught with it, you're going to get arrested. And I was like, that doesn't make sense because I have all the title paperwork. And I was like, and he's like, oh, like he kind of, because he was like,
wait, he told you to your face, I'm just going to report it stolen. Fuck you.
Yeah. Over text.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and so this is kind of where I'm like, okay, so next time I'm going to call the DOL, make sure it's clean and clear title, whose person's name it is. I won't buy a car unless it's in the person's name that I'm buying it from.
Yeah.
Carfax, clean title, all that, like all the steps I need to do.